place where we can go and be alone. So come away with me, nobody has to know. Where we gonna go? I was just calling to see if you're free to run away with me. To run away with me. Don't tell your friends, we'll let them know we're safe later on. The road's calling, sun on our skin, sleeping under stars when it's gone. I was just calling to see if you're free to run away with me. To run away with me. To run away with me. To run away with me.
As the Jafars.
Yes.
So this is our first official camp trip
Being
as a
newlyweds.
married couple. As Mr. and Mrs. Jafar.
Yeah. Yeah. This is our second time here at Camp May.
Just outside of Los Alamos, near Pajarito Ski Area, which is a stone's throw from where we live.
We had a slow start this morning. We had the campsite at noon, but we didn't actually make it here till like 3, maybe 4.
Maybe 4. And we were supposed to have a different campsite.
Yeah.
So when I booked this, so you can only reserve these campsites at Camp May by going in person to the aquatic center in town and figuring out which ones are available for the date you want and reserving it. It's $10 to book a campsite up here. Out of the ones that were available, we chose 9 because it was one we hadn't camped at before. We camped at campsite 3, which is up the hill from where we're staying now. That was available, but we'd already camped there, and we said, oh, we want to try somewhere new. So we chose 9. And upon arrival,
Turns out there was, our tent is way too big, so it couldn't fit anywhere on there.
if you have bigger than a 2-person tent, not the campsite
No.
for you.
Most of the campsites here seem to only support smaller tents, and there's only a few that actually can have bigger ones. So campsite 3 that we were at last time, it has a spot for a small tent, but it also has like a ground spot, a nice flat area for a big tent.
Yeah, and multiple tents.
And
so
multiple
more than
tents.
one couple or group can, people with tents can camp there.
And then what campsite are we at now?
We decided to scope out what was not taken yet, and given some best knowledge of what we had that was actually reserved, we decided to actually set up camp at 2, just down the hill from 3, where we've previously
Oh, that's right.
stayed.
That's right up there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will say, so it's right near the entrance to Camp May, so you don't have to drive the whole loop. Really easy access to your car, so you don't have to lug your stuff far. We packed a lot lighter this time than the last time. Last time we were making many trips up that hill.
It was still too much. It's
We're
getting better.
honing
We're
it.
gonna,
Yeah. We're honing it.
One day we'll be able to go camping with just a backpack each,
Yeah.
and that'll be it.
Probably never. Speak for yourself.
We're gonna go backpacking at some point.
True.
Yeah.
That is true. But as far as para camping goes, this is a really nice site because you don't have to bring your stuff way the heck out there. It's really accessible. There's a bathroom right here as well. It has a huge tent pad. So if you are like Ovi and I, and you have a 6-person tent, it's right. It's just right.
The stakes don't go in very well,
A lot of gravel.
but because there's a lot of tree coverage everywhere, it's not very windy here, so you don't really have to worry about your tent flying away. So
Yep.
that's a good thing.
And it is very open. So despite having a lot of trees around, you still have a gorgeous view of the sky day
The
and night.
mountains are literally in the backyard.
We just went for a walk around the Camp May Loop. There's really easy access to hiking up Pajarito and then Cañada Bonita.
Our neighbors have been mountain biking all day.
Yeah.
So you have one ski lift that'll take you up to the top. So if you like mountain biking, you can take that ski lift up and then ride down.
Or you can punish yourself and bike up.
Well, you kind of have to walk up. You can't bike up that.
Some people bike up it.
There's no way you can bike up
trust
Pajarito.
me. Oh, yes.
No.
You put it in that low baby gear and you just
Oh
grind
my
away.
God.
There are folks
I
out
would
there who
much
do
rather
it.
walk. That's
I've seen it with
ridiculous.
my own eyes. But yeah, it's been, so far we're super happy with this campsite. It's got this nice little fire pit with a grill set up.
Most of the campsites here will have fire pits.
Most of them. Although when we stayed at 3, I don't remember it having this handy little grill
I don't think it
component
did.
on the top.
Yeah.
I think it was missing. So
3 did not
not
have
all
that.
of them have it, but this one does.
Yep. You actually got that fire going pretty well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
It's been really rainy and wet.
You'd make a good cave woman.
I would.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I will get to be.
Yeah.
Honestly, we should just live here. Forget trying to buy a house right now.
You're right.
We'll just set up camp
We
here.
can do it like the ancestors did over here and live in the mountains, in the little hollowed out little caves.
Cave 8.
Yeah.
Cave 8s, yeah.
Cavettes?
Cavettes, yeah.
Weird word. But yeah. Okay. Let's rate this.
Out of the campsites we've stayed at together, I would say this is a 7. I'd say
7
this
out of
is
10?
7 out of 10. Yeah.
I would agree. It's very clean.
Super clean.
It's very well kept. It's easy access. You know exactly
super
where
easy.
you're going. They got post markers for all the campsites, so you know exactly which one you're going to.
Bathroom
Views-
is right down the hill.
Bathroom is right down the hill. Views are great.
It's not the most private.
Depends on the time of the year. Because the
That's
last
true.
time we came, and then campsite 3 is actually nice. It's a little bit more
A
private.
little more secluded.
This campsite we have neighbors, and then today it's all full.
It's super busy.
It's
So
very
summertime is busy up here. Honestly, it's still really quiet. You still have your own space, so it's not, I'm just nitpicking at this point. Like, you do have your own space, but it's still, there's people around.
You do have to make sure you put your food away because there are bears.
There are bears.
New Mexico has a lot of black bears. They're all brown, but they're all black bears.
Tawny.
We did see a nice big coyote
We
today.
did. They're around. Lots of wildlife in this area, so you have to be aware of that.
If you're into bird watching, there's a lot of birds. They're very
I'm
loud.
pretty sure I saw a kestrel earlier.
It was a crow.
It was a kestrel. One of the beautiful things about coming up here in the summer is it's a lot cooler than in town or lower elevations. I mean, we're camping at about 9,000 feet.
We did the Pajarito hike. That was 9,200.
Yep.
That was the beginning of the Pajarito hike,
Yeah.
and we're about at that elevation.
I'd say we're like 90. Yeah, so you're over 9,000 feet, especially with the cool weather we've been having here and the rain. It is a really nice temperature right now.
Yeah, today is what, June?
22nd.
It's just after the summer solstice. Today's high was 73.
Yep.
And then today's low, like right now, it's about 62. It's supposed to hit 60 in the middle of the night. It's surprising because it's in the middle of summer, but it's like perfect camping weather.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely perfect. And
Yep.
so we've gotten a really, really, really nice weekend here.
Yeah,
to
you're wearing
come up and
you're wearing
join.
flannel and jeans.
I am flannel and
I'm
jeans.
wearing t-shirts
It's
and
wonderful.
shorts,
and
and
I've been
I'm
wearing this
perfectly
since
comfortable.
we got here.
So if you're picking a site here, you can kind of do all the sites if you have like a 4-person tent. There's only like a handful that if you have bigger than that, like we have a 6-person tent.
It's 6 and it has this vestibule
It
out
has
in the
the
front.
vestibule.
Super awesome tent. Got it from REI, North Face, on sale. So worth it. We have an air mattress in there. It's wonderful. And then it's great in the rain because we have this little space to hang out if we need to or bad weather.
Yeah.
But it's a big tent and it does not fit at every campsite.
What was it? Number 8 is the group tent, the group site.
Yeah.
If you have like 6 people come in with 6 tents,
Mm-hmm.
then you want campsite 8 because it's got a large
So much
area
space.
to have a lot of tents.
But yeah, I mean, it's so nice to get away from town and everything for a little bit, but still be so close. I mean, we're 15 minutes from Los Alamos, so if we needed to run down, get anything. Actually, the last time we stayed here, we were with friends.
Oh yeah,
and they
forgot a tent.
their tent. They went down to town and grabbed one from the Smiths and then came back up and had a pretty sweet Coleman tent. It was kind of our inspiration for buying a 6-person tent,
because
to be honest.
they got an 8-person.
No, I don't remember what it was exactly, but it was big. It was huge.
And you could stand up in it, and we were staying in a 2-person backpacking
My
tent.
2-person tent
Yep.
that I bought in high school from Dick's Sporting Goods that I still use to this day for backpacking.
It's a Kelty, right?
It's a Kelty.
It's a nice tent.
fantastic.
It's a nice tent.
But Ovi you didn't have a sleeping pad for camping.
I didn't have a sleeping pad. I didn't have a sleeping bag.
Remember we went to Sierra
Yep.
down in Santa Fe?
Yep.
And we were looking for a sleeping pad and they didn't have anything good. And we went to REI, went to all these stores, couldn't find anything you liked. We're at Sierra and we're like, oh, they have this queen size air mattress. And I totally thought it would fit in the tent.
Yeah. I mean, it
did not. It did not.
It
No, the whole
did.
air mattress was like bowing and barely fit in the tent. We had to deflate it so that it would fit.
Yeah.
And we were like, we need an upgrade. We need a bigger tent
We
for
need a
car
bigger tent.
camping.
Yeah.
And honestly, this tent was the greatest thing.
'Cause we didn't even order this tent.
No.
No, we went on REI and we ordered the
It was an
REI
REI
tent
tent.
that was on sale for $250
Off of like 500. It was like
off
50%
of 500.
off
And then
or
when
something crazy.
it finally showed up, we opened it and we're like,
North Face.
this is North Face. We didn't order this. And it was a $500 North Face tent, the Wawona 6, whatever it is, right?
Yeah,
Wawona,
I can't remember.
Wawa 6.
Whoa.
So, and we're like, did they make a mistake? And we weren't going to follow up on it because we
were
got
like,
the better
this
deal
tent
out of this.
is
So.
great. And I know sometimes REI, if they run out of a tent that you ordered, they'll send you something else that's pretty close and hope you don't complain about it. And we didn't. We were really happy.
We were.
So,
We were.
And yeah, we've camped with this tent three times. This is our third.
3 times. Because the first time we went to
The Chama River.
the Chama River.
Yeah.
The second time was down in Texas.
Down in Texas.
Where it actually got
San Angelo.
super crazy windy.
So windy.
And the tent held up great. But it just got too, we couldn't sleep because it was so loud.
Like the poles did not bend or snap at all.
Yep.
But it was bowing so much, it was blowing into us while we were trying to sleep. So I think it was 4 in the morning that we were both awake. And at 5, we said,
We were like,
screw
we're
this,
outta
we're
here.
packing up.
Yeah, the winds were like 60 miles per hour.
Oh, it
winds,
was crazy.
So,
And so we packed up the tent in the dark with just our headlamps and then all our stuff. And we left by the break of dawn. I mean, it was just getting light out.
It's not too bad to set up. It only takes an hour and a half.
If you're setting it up with Ovi. If it's just you, give it 10 minutes, you'll be good. No.
It wasn't 10 minutes. It was longer.
No, that was probably 10 minutes.
All right. So earlier you said 5 minutes. I said 20 minutes.
I said 10.
10 minutes is a nice medium ground.
I'll
go with 12 and a half.
You recognize I'm right.
I'll go with
so
12 and a half. You know what? Next time we're going to time it.
Fine. We'll time ourselves when we take it down. And that's equivalent to setting it up. So.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's longer to take down.
No,
because you got to take it all off and then you got to roll it right. And then the bag is really nice, by the way. If you get the Wawona 6, the bag is like, it's got a cinch.
It's like a duffel bag.
It's a duffel bag. So you just toss it in there after you roll it up and you cinch it shut. It is the easiest bag to get a tent into.
Doesn't have to be put back pretty and it still fits.
Yeah.
It's great.
It fits in hot dog style, not pushing
Hamburger
it into a hole.
style.
Well, it's not hamburger.
I don't know where you're going with that.
But you know, it's like it opens from the side rather than it opens from one of the ends, right? Because the ones at the end you gotta like cinch in.
They have to be folded properly.
Yeah.
And
there's honestly too much room in there.
no, it's just enough.
So much room for activities. You could probably put 2 queen size air mattresses next to each other.
You could.
Because we have so much room next to it.
So much space. I mean, we could fit 6 people very comfortably in this tent, but being just the 2 of us, it's fantastic. It's luxury camping.
Too luxury. I actually really want to go somewhere where the weather is really good, so we don't have to put the vestibule up on the top. So that way we can have because the top of the tent is fully open, right? It's all mesh. So like if you want a night where you just see the stars, that's what I really want.
When we go to Big Bend, we'll leave it open down there. I will say though, as luxurious as camping at this spot has been, we did go foraging for our own wood.
Smith's and Los Alamos didn't seem to have any firewood available, which is weird because I think they normally do.
which they may have had some out front, but we didn't check.
So we came over here and we just chopped up some wood.
We're so spoiled. There's not a lot of mosquitoes or bugs up here.
Generally at this elevation, you don't have to worry about other high desert problems like tarantulas.
Just bears.
Yeah, just bears.
Coyotes, bobcats.
I haven't even seen a snake
mountain
up
lions. If you're sticking to established trails and stuff, I mean, you're probably fine.
But yeah, up here, just bears and coyotes.
And mountain lions.
And mountain lions. It's not too many mountain lions on this part.
Bobcats.
What else do we have about this campsite?
No running water, as far as I know. Like, you gotta bring your own water in. There's not spigots or potable water.
The bathrooms are all compost bathrooms.
Yep.
Which is actually kind of nice because it doesn't smell.
No, it's super clean. The county maintains this space really, really well. The road is a little bit washed out currently, and it's a little steep, and it's not paved. It's gravel. You can totally get up here in a sedan if you're determined.
Don't come here in a lowered car.
Yeah, no lowered vehicles, and just be comfortable driving up something a little
Slippery?
steeper.
Yeah, steeper and more slippery.
Bumpy.
It's not bad.
There are no lights around.
Oh yeah, there are
which
no lights at
is
all.
beautiful, but come prepared.
Yeah.
Have a headlamp. No lights in the bathrooms, nothing like that.
Los Alamos is a good area because there's not too much light pollution. If it's a cloudless night,
Yep,
you
and
can
no
see all the
moon.
stars in the city. So out here, you see it even better. All right, so overall, Camp May. I would suggest it to people who want just a chill camping experience. You just kind of want to get out.
Yep.
You want to be inside of Mother Nature.
Yep.
You don't want to be above it, like looking at it. You want to be inside of it, right?
Immersed.
Immersed in it. The trees
Yeah.
have a good coverage.
Yeah.
The mountains are right in the background.
Yeah.
You're in it. You definitely feel in it, but you don't get like an amazing view. Yeah.
It's more about access. It's so easy from town. You have amenities nearby. If weather really goes south, you can pack up and get out of here
Yep.
really quick and have a place to go. You want to just get away without having to put in that much effort and thought. And
It's a
do
quick,
it. It's
a
wonderful.
quick, easy, very pleasant getaway
Yes.
where you don't have to have a cell phone that's recording or a camera that's recording. So, yeah.
You definitely still get cell service up here.
You do. And if you're a radio person or ham radio or GMRS radio person, the Pajarito Tower is literally behind us. So you can relay off that and you can pretty much talk to anybody in the city if you want to. 7 out
You're
of
looking
10.
for a chill camping experience in a beautiful spot.
Camp May.
Camp May. Campsite 2. For you large tent folks out there.
Large tent, campsite 2, campsite 3, or campsite 8. What can we call this? Campfire stories?
All right, folks, that's it for Campfire Stories tonight.
You want campfire stories? You want to go with that?
Should we do a little bit where we're like,
No, we don't
tonight
need to.
on Campfire Stories? I like Campfire Stories. Should
We're
just be
we're
like,
figuring this out.
this might be a thing or it might not be a thing, to be determined. I think that concludes our Campfire Stories for tonight.
Check out Camp
Come
May.
check it out.
It's nice.
Have a good
if you ever
time.
come to Los Alamos,
Happy camping.
happy camping.
Happy exploring.
Oh, I didn't record. We gotta do this again. Goodbye.